Alrighty, sports fans, welcome to the video here today for Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. Great to have you with me here today, and as always, my name is Brock Page. I've been doing sports picks for free right here on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal sports bets on patreon.com/Brock Page. And I'll tell you what, guys, we are red hot right now in our crowd pleaser teaser package. I have a bunch of different packages on that site, but I'll tell you what, the only one even worth considering right now is the crowd pleaser teaser. It's a package where we do teaser bets, alternate line spreads. Basically, you move the line a little bit and then you parlay them. And like I said, man, we are dialed in right now. 6-0 in my last 6 crowd pleaser teasers on that site. Now, as you guys know, in sports betting, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, everything is so unpredictable, but I'll tell you what, it feels like we're really locked in, really, dialed into our crowd pleaser teasers. So what I'll do is I'll include a link for that package in the description section below. You may want to think about, signing up for it. You're probably like, why would I pay for, picks from some random guy on YouTube? But I'll tell you what, man, we've been doing free picks here since 2016. We have over 620 members who are signed up and active on that site right now. So there's a little legitimacy to it. I wouldn't say, we're staples in the sports betting industry. We haven't been here for 100 years, but I tell you what, we're pretty locked in right now. We're doing a great job in the NBA with those teasers. So once again, I'll include a link for that play in the description section below. But most importantly, guys, I love making the free content here. So let's go ahead and dive into it. The only reason why I promote the Patreon page so much is, those Patreon memberships, they allow me to do this every single day and work for you full time versus working for somebody else full time. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into it. Pistons at the Wizards, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Washington's -5, totals 221. And much to my surprise, the 2-1 Wizards have actually played pretty tough on the defensive end of the court this year. They're actually in the top 10 in fewest points allowed right now, and they're holding their opponents to just 41% shooting from the field. When it comes to offensive production, Bradley Beal scoring 23 points a game, along with 6 assists. When it comes to shooting the 3-ball, Kyle Kuzma is drilling 40% of his shots from beyond the arc. And speaking of shooting the basketball, the Wizards as a team, they're shooting nearly 50% from the field. Now they're facing a Detroit squad who's in the bottom 5 in guarding the field goal themselves. They're also one of the worst teams in the league in defensive rebounding. Now, when it comes to the injury report, Burks and Bagley are out for the Pistons. Meanwhile, for Washington, Corey Kispert's still out for them. When it comes to the total, 2 out of the Wizards' last 3 did stay under the number. They also went 60% to the under in their last 10 meetings with Detroit. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward Washington -5, under 221. Next ball game, Mavs Pels, 7:30 p.m. East. Dallas is -5, totals 220. And even though the Mavs shot really well in 2 games this year, they're facing a Pelicans team who's in the top 3 in scoring. Now, New Orleans is also one of the best rebounding teams in the game right now on both sides of the court. Jonas Valanciunas, he's bringing down 13 boards a game for the Pels. Meanwhile, CJ McCollum's leading the team in points, and he's shooting 88% from the stripe. Now, when it comes to defensive play, New Orleans is currently in the top 10 in defensive field goal percentage. Now, injury-wise, Zion and Jones, they're both questionable. Ingram is doubtful. Meanwhile, for Dallas on the other side, Bertans and Ntilikina, they are out for them. When it comes to the total, New Orleans is 3-0 to the over to start the year. I'm going to lean toward the Pelicans +5, keeping this one close, over 220. Next matchup, Clippers, Thunder, 8 o'clock East. The LA Clippers are -10, totals 214. For a team laying double digits on the road here, the Clippers haven't been really crisp on offense. They're actually scoring fewer points a game than any other team in the league right now. They're also going to have to go to work without Paul George and Marcus Morris here today. Now they're facing a Thunder team on the other side of things who covered in 2 of 3 to start the year themselves. They're also doing a nice job of rebounding on offense. They're currently in the top 5 in the league in offensive boards per game. Now, shooting-wise, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, he's drilling 64% of his three-pointers. Meanwhile, Lou Dort, he's scoring over 14 points a game. Now, injury-wise, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey, they're both out for OKC. And of course, that's why you're seeing such a high number here. Probably going to see that number, maybe even climb another, half a point or a full point by tip-off. When it comes to total, OKC saw 2 of 3 this year fall under the number. Meanwhile, the Clippers are 2-0 to the under to start the year themselves. I'm going to lean toward OKC plus 10, keeping this one close, under 214. With that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It is going to be Warriors at the Suns, 10 o'clock East. Phoenix is minus 2.5, totals 225 and a hook. Now, the Suns got the W in 2 of 3 to start the year. Victories over the likes of the Clippers and the Mavericks. Now, Phoenix is also playing some really tough defense. They're in the top 5 in fewest points allowed. Now, Devin Booker, he's dropping 32 points a game on the offensive end of the court. 53% shooting from downtown as well for Booker. Meanwhile, DeAndre Ayton, he's scoring 19 points a game himself. They're facing a Warriors club on the other side of things who failed to cover in their last 2 straight. The Warriors have also had a tough time grabbing rebounds. They're in the bottom 10 in both offensive and defensive boards per game. Now, when it comes to the injury report, Iguodala and DiVincenzo, they are out. Meanwhile, for Phoenix, Crowder and Wainwright, they're out for them. When it comes to total, Golden State's 3-0 to the over to start the year. I'm going to lean toward Phoenix, minus 2.5, over 225 and a hook. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. I like Washington minus 5, under 221. Give me the Pelicans plus 5, over 220. Oklahoma City plus 10, under 214. And with my next and final free pick for the video, I'm going to lean toward the Suns minus 2.5, over 225 and a hook. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube or TikTok. I've been actually uploading a lot more on TikTok. And we're getting a lot more views on TikTok than we are on YouTube. But if you're active here on my TikTok channel, just keep in mind that if you want the ability to leave me a comment, you can do that on YouTube. Not going to let you do that here on TikTok. Too many trolls. So if you want to, if you really want to up your troll game, go ahead on over to YouTube and you can blast me over there. At least I get paid for it. But anyway, guys, once again, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube or TikTok. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.